Why is this?
Fellow comrades in mediocrity, I want you to listen very carefully. You can all go straight to hell.
Ladies and gentlemen, geeks of all fandoms, welcome back to OZ and the Freak Talk Geek, where the news never sleeps and neither do the hot takes. Because this week, the geek world has been busy. From surprise announcements to trailers that broke the internet to decisions that have fans asking, what are we doing here? And tonight, we're breaking it all down. No filters, no safe opinions, just straight up geek talk. So whether you're here for the hype or chaos or just to hear us argue about things that absolutely matter more than they should, you're in the right place. Let's get into it. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are. Thank you for joining us on the premier geek podcast, OZ the Freak Talk Geek. I'm OZ.
And I'm the Freak. And this is something Week in Geek.
Yep, sounds good to me. It has been a while since we've done a Week in Geek.
It has, mostly because we just kind of decided to stop doing it and just, yeah.
I take the blame for that one.
I mean, I'm kind of okay with it, but
no, we get less views with the Week in Geeks.
Mm-hmm. And that's the whole point of why I'm kind of okay with this.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like the awesome views that we had last week. Jesus Christ, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please, when you do watch and you do see us, give us a thumbs up, give us a like, give us a subscribe. Sure do appreciate it.
Even if it's like you watched 2 minutes. Hey, you know what? We were worth 2 minutes of your time. Yeah. I'm okay with that.
Thank you so much.
I guarantee you everything after the 2 minutes is equally as awesome. Maybe more so, maybe more engaging, because that's when we actually start building into things. It's pretty slow in the beginning.
Not sure about that, Cotton.
Yeah. See how it plays out.
Right. Well, how's your week been going?
Oh, dude, work sucks.
Yeah.
You can say that too, right?
I can, but I won't.
I mean, even if you like your job, work sucks. Why? Because we have to go to work. Now, the few, the bold, the brave that don't have to go to work because, I mean, you were smart in life or you inherited shit or whatever, you know, rich daddy, mommy, I don't care. I sometimes envy you. Yeah. Sometimes. Not all the times. Not all the time. Because work builds character. And character sucks.
Yes. Oh, I always, you know what? I imagined myself if it came to the point where I didn't have to work for a living.
Yeah.
I imagine I would probably be busier and work more because it would be towards the things that I love and enjoy doing. And it's not work, but that's why I led with busier. I think I would be busier.
Oh, I mean, absolutely. I mean, if I won the lottery, I don't know if I would quit my job immediately. I would probably still keep going, but I would not be very good. I'm just being honest. Like, you know, yeah.
Let them come up with the idea of your departure.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Let's let them decide. All right. Hey, do you want to keep me? Yes, we want to keep you. I'm not gonna do much.
Right.
You still want to keep me? Hey, either way, you know.
Yeah. You sure? All right. Well, fuck it. Something's broke here. It ain't me.
Nope. Well, I mean, in reality, yeah, it's me. But
yeah, it's me. But hopefully for not much longer. Yes, I can say that work sucks, though I won't, because I did start my new job this week, and I am exhausted. It has just been a very long 2 months in between employment.
So, as you know, I work dispatch.
Mm-hmm.
Today, the phones did not. Now, the phones did not stop ringing all fucking day. I wanted to throw my phone against the wall.
Right.
And not only that, but we get emails too. You
Okay.
know, so we get phone calls, we get emails, we have to check everything, and we have to answer them all.
Sure.
You know, I have 84 technicians. 3 of them are out tomorrow. The 86. 4 of them are out tomorrow. So I have 82 technicians and 220 jobs tomorrow.
Oh, good Lord.
You do the math. And people want to know, like, they're like, why do you keep sending me so many jobs? I was like, because I'm not allowed to tell people no, bro.
Yeah.
That's why.
I get it.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's been a rough week, man.
I'm sorry, bud. Hey, we are recording this late, so it's hump day. You're halfway done.
Mm-hmm.
Any plans for the weekend?
I've got a few plans in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's going to actually happen are two different things.
Right.
I need to fix my truck.
What's the matter with it?
I want to get my truck paid off. The bumper's messed up. I need new tires. It's leaking oil. You know, I've got 200,000 miles, but I mean, it's a diesel.
Right.
You know, so I've got some repairs that need done to the truck. Also, I want to pay off the truck.
Right.
So there's a local comic shop. I've been talking with the owner. He's interested in some of the Pokemon cards I have. I've got several $1,000s worth of, you know, single cards that I just have sitting in binders, and I've been every now and then updating and going through. Like, I found one card that's worth $800, and I was like, oh shit. And I found another card that's worth $500, and I was like, I paid $10 for that motherfucker back in the day.
Yeah.
You know. And so, because the prices of Pokemon cards they're just going up. They're harder to find. They're harder to come by. So yeah, cards that were once $40 might be worth $300 now.
Right.
And I'm going through a bunch of my stuff. You know, I only have like 290 cards in there's an app called Price Chart.
Mm-hmm.
I have 290 cards in the Price Chart that I've added to it. And according to Price Chart, those cards together are worth $6,000.
Damn.
Yeah. So I'm like, all right, I need to start selling off some cards.
Yeah.
Now, the issue with selling to a comic shop is it's like a pawn shop. If something's worth $5,000, they're not going to give you $5,000 because they're going to ask $5,000. So they're going to give you $2,500 or $3,000.
Yeah.
So that's the only difference with if going to a comic shop and trying to sell it to a person. The issue is if I go to a comic shop, I'm almost guaranteed I'm going to sell a lot of these cards.
Yeah.
If
That's
I
what happened
put
when
them-
I had
if
to let
I-
go of my toy collection.
Yeah, if I put them on the market or put them on eBay, I might sell them eventually.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
it's you take the hit and make some money, or you sit on it for a while and I make some money slowly over time. And the issues, and I did that once. I put a bunch of cards on my eBay.
Right.
And the issue with that is I wasn't keeping up with it weekly. And I would have a card on there for $5. Next week, that card's selling for $10. I just lost money.
Yeah.
So I took everything out of my eBay, emptied my eBay account, and I just put everything to a side. I'm like, I'm just my version of build equity on this stuff.
Sure. No, I get it.
Yeah. So my plans this weekend, as you said, I want to do a board game night.
Nice.
So Saturday night or Saturday board game weekday, or go to the comic shop, sell some cards, or maybe just do nothing. Maybe hang out here with the missus, see if I can get some people over, and
Nothing is good.
maybe smoke a I've got a pork butt that I got in the freezer. I need to thaw it out, and I'm thinking about maybe doing a barbecue instead. I don't know. We'll see.
Nice. That sounds good,
do some smoked pork, pulled pork, and it's bone in. It's good stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, I got it for $10. It's like 10 pounds. I got it for $10. There was a sale at HEB.
Holy cow.
Yeah, it was $1 a pound. So I was like, Chris was like, "What do you have this?" I was like, "It was on sale."
Yeah. Meat on sale.
Yeah.
It's
What about
not
you? What you
gray.
Yeah. What you got? What you got plans? You got anything in mind?
Laundry. I got laundry. Laundry for 3, one adult and 2 teenagers.
Fucking
We got
adulting.
Laundry to do. Laundry.
Fucking adulting.
Yep. Got to do that laundry. No, man, like the kids were gone this past weekend.
Yeah, you told me that.
And so they're back. They're here. Yeah, no, we're just gonna be doing laundry, cleaning the house. I have really no plans, but I do want to discuss with you. We've got just, I think, 3 weeks for Saturday, May 2nd's Free Comic Book Day.
Holy shit! It's already fucking Free Comic Book Day again.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yes, sir. And
I've
I am
already
in
been
the
here
state.
a year. Oh man. Because when we did Free Comic Book Day last time, we were here at the new location.
Yep.
At our new house.
Yep.
So we're coming up on a year from that.
I was
day.
in my car.
I remember that. I remember. But you did get those books that I'm interested in. I want to read.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what the hell they're called.
The graphic novels.
Yes, the graphic novels. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. I definitely remember that now. In fact, I even still have a whole bunch of mine sitting right there on my shelf because I didn't know where to put them.
Right there in that board box.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, man. We're gonna have to make some plans for Free Comic Book Day.
Oh, do we know what day it falls on?
Saturday, May 2nd.
Saturday, May 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking we might have to get some cameras and hang out and go visit some places.
Yes.
Do some on the scene shots.
I'm thinking sleepover Friday night, wake up early as fuck Saturday, and hit the road. Because I will be employed and I am in the state.
I'm sold. Definitely sold. All right, so I'll drive. You plan the route.
Okay.
Yeah, because I mean, just in my area alone, I think there's 3 or 4 that we can hit up.
You got 2 right down the street from you.
Yeah, that's 2 of the 3 or 4.
Yeah,
it depends how far we want to spread out.
Dude, it's been a few years since I've seen a couple of those places on Westheimer.
A lot of those places on Westheimer aren't there.
Ooh,
like are you talking about Midnight Comics?
I'm talking about Bedrock.
Oh, okay. See, I'm thinking old school Midnight Comics. Midnight Comics used to be by Laser Quest, and then its first location was across. There was a place called not TNT Fish and Reptile, but there was a Fish and Reptile place across from China Palace, and that was like their first location. They were across the parking lot from them, and then they moved to Laser Quest. Then they moved to Highway 6, and then I think they closed.
Yeah,
that was a sad day.
No, I'm thinking Bedrock. The main one on the main one on Westheimer. Maybe go down to Montrose and pick up go check out a couple other places.
Let's just say there's a lot on Montrose you can check out. There's a lot on Montrose I won't be checking out.
But they will be checking you out.
Fabulous. If you're local
Montrose
to Houston, you know what we're talking about.
Sure. Montrose is fun, dude.
Montrose is fun. I mean, and I think they still have a High Times down there.
Mm-hmm.
I know the Bizarre Bazaar is still there in Katy.
No, it's not.
Oh yeah. That thing's never going away, dude.
No way that's still there.
We can go through another Black Plague and that Bizarre Bazaar will still be there.
There's no way that's still there.
It's still there.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna have to look this up right now. Let's see if Google Maps has that.
Bizarre Katie.
I know.
I'm letting everybody else know. The
I know.
viewers.
I know right where it is too.
The 5 people who've made it this far.
Right.
Because we are 15 minutes into it. Yes.
And thank you for being here. I don't know where it is actually. Bizarre. Motherfucker.
Told you it was
How
still there.
is that place still in business?
That place, it's
vapes. Vapes is what's kept that place open.
Nah, Vapes isn't kept it open. Stoners have kept that store open.
Well, now it's Bizarre by Vape City is the official name.
Sounds to me like they got bought out but wanted to keep the name because everybody knows Bizarre.
Didn't they used to have a place like in Houston too?
Yeah, they had 2 locations.
Yeah.
I don't know if the second one ever made it, but the Katy one's holding strong, man. They're the cockroach.
That is crazy.
There's just not shops like that anymore, man. I mean, we've got Spencer's in the mall, which is a PG-13 version of like a Bizarre, you know, because we used to have more smoke shops like that. Because Bizarre isn't just like a smoke shop.
Hey, man, tobacco use water pipes.
Tobacco use smoke shop. But smoke shops nowadays are just fucking boring. Everything's in cases.
Yeah.
I'm just you walk in there and it's usually like a horseshoe shape and everything's behind the counter and in the cases. Bizarre, you go in there and there is just a plethora of shit, clothing, all sorts of weird, obnoxious stuff, dildos, all sorts of toys, the fucking porn section in the back behind the curtain. They still have it. Like, Bizarre is awesome.
Okay, we've talked it up. We may.
What?
We may have to go do a vlog there.
A what? A vlog?
I wonder if we would be allowed to
down.
do that, or what we would be allowed to show and not show.
Well, I can reach out to one of my friends. She might still work there, so there's that.
Yeah, but I don't know if it would be if we could actually put the video on YouTube or not.
We just ask them. If they say no, then we'll be like,
"No, I'm
this
worried about
really cool store." Won't say their name.
No, not that. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about YouTube cutting it down or us getting flagged and like because of what the hell's in that shop.
Tobacco products
and toys.
Well, then we'll blur out the dildos.
Yeah, no, that's a lot more work than I want to do. Never mind.
Okay, we won't film in front of the dildo section. Although I would like to see if I can hold a big rubbery one and do this and see if we can actually manage to blur it out without showing it. I've never blurred anything out. I think it's a task. I think we need to do it.
I have a job now. I have a full-time job. I'm a
Like one of
full-time
them
parent.
big, like 2-3 foot veiny bastards. You know what I'm talking about? Double-sided.
There's a plethora, like a wall of bad dragons.
Oh God, bad dragons. So, speaking of bad dragon.
Oh no, let's not.
No. There's something I've always wanted to do. So if you go to the Bad Dragon site, one of the things that they actually sell is coffee cups. And I want a Bad Dragon coffee cup so fucking bad, just so that I can drink coffee out of it at work. And when somebody goes, "Is that Bad Dragon?" I'm just gonna be like, you know it. You know what Bad Dragon is. You're a dirty bitch. So I can judge them.
Oh, dude, it's just a dragon on there. Okay.
Yeah, but it's the Bad Dragon logo.
Yeah.
So anybody that recognizes it, I'm gonna call them out.
Okay. Okay.
What did you think it was on it? Dude, have you? We're talking things like this that go in places it shouldn't.
I know. I have access to the internet. I've been on Reddit. Oh, how did we get here?
Hey, at least I'm not talking about tubgirl.com.
Oi.
What? Our channel's not for kids.
No, it is not. No, it is not. No, it is not. You know what? Let's just
Somebody
Freak,
Google that.
Hey, Freak.
Not
Did
you.
you get,
Yeah.
Hey, Freak. Did you get anything this week?
High cholesterol? No, I did not get anything this week. We've been trying to save up right now.
I hear you. I got you.
Yep. Nothing new.
Mm.
Okay, well, okay. I did get something new, but it's not worth bragging about. I got some acrylic paint markers.
Ooh, that's nice.
Because you were talking about them for a while back.
Yes, because I wanted to make my Doug Ramsey head. Yeah.
So we were talking about them. I was curious about them. I've been kind of dabbling, getting back into drawing a little bit, and I was just like, well, maybe I can use these to paint with. They're not the best at what I want. I think what I want is more or less watercolor.
Yeah.
Because of the way of the art that I'm trying to draw. Anyways, though, but I got a pack of them. I got a pack of like 72 for like $40. They're awesome. And we ended up painting some Easter eggs with it.
Oh, nice.
Which was cool. But yeah, that's the only thing I've gotten.
Okay.
Your screen totally froze, by the way.
Yeah.
You're just sitting there like this.
I can't even see you, dude. You're frozen too. I'm gonna try to see if I can pause and see if that'll help.
We'll be back after these messages. That's when you were supposed to pause.
And I'm trying. It's reading.
All right, let me see if I can pause it. Where's my mouse? Pause.
And we're back. Yeah.
New topic. Did you get anything?
I got a new hole in my jeans.
Nice.
Crotch.
Now you can play pocket pool.
Crotch all the way to asshole.
How did you manage that one?
I crouched.
I was gonna say, please tell me it happened at work.
Oh yeah.
Was it like first thing in the morning too?
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
sir.
That's awesome.
I had a breeze all day. Yeah, that's it.
And now you understand why I wear kilts. Felt great, didn't it?
Actually, it was nice.
Yeah, see?
It was pretty nice. It was pretty nice.
I hope you wore underwear. Free ballin'.
New state, new me?
Yeah, there you go.
Maybe. But no, that's it. I didn't get anything this week. I didn't even get my first paycheck yet, so we're holding off.
Womp womp. I mean, it's still your first week, yeah.
Yeah. We'll see. Anyway, let's just get into what we're supposed to get into this week.
Okay. Well,
if it's any consolation, it's really loud in my ears too.
I hate you. There you go. That's what I was looking for.
Either or. All right.
So
this was your idea. What's your news?
This was not my
I know
idea. God damn you!
I know you don't. I know you don't have anything. I'm just joshing you. I actually got something here.
So, all right. Not everybody's going to understand this, and this is kind of a touchy subject to a lot of people. All right. Video games are more than just video games to a certain degree and to a certain extent of people. Video games have been there throughout like our darkest times. It's helped through, it's been helped with coping mechanisms. Video games are one of the few things that have been a constant in a lot of people's lives. A lot of people dictate a lot of their lives thanks to the video games that we have, and I mean, I've been playing video games since I was a kid. I come from a family of 6. I am the youngest of all of us. By the time I was in middle school, almost every one of my siblings was already moved out of the house before I was at least in 7th grade. So despite having a very large family, there's such a huge generational gap there that, yeah, I'm, the baby of 6. But I still basically was raised, by myself, I'm because of the generation gap there.
Sure.
Video games have always had a huge influence in my life.
Right.
Okay. So like to me, and I was trying to explain this earlier to the missus, and I got emotional and I almost cried. So I'm not going to explain this in depth, but we're coming close to the anniversary, and I'm going to ask you if you know what I'm talking about here. April 15th is going to be the anniversary of the Noble 14.
Of the what?
The Noble 14. Do you know what that I'm referring to?
No, not at all.
You remember Xbox, the original Xbox?
Sure.
April 15th, 2010, Xbox Live was going to shut down its servers for the original Xbox. There is absolutely no more Xbox Live for the original Xbox.
Right.
After the 15th.
Sure.
Now, on the original Xbox, we got Halo and we got Halo Reach.
Right.
April 15th, 2010, over 1,000 players logged in to play one last game of Halo. On Halo 2. On matchmaking online.
Right.
Of those 1,000 people, many people thought that at midnight the servers were going to be down, so a lot of people got off.
Right.
There were several hundred, over 500 or so, that were defiant until the end. And at midnight, the servers did not turn off. And the reason why is because the way the server was set up was that as long as there were active players playing Halo on Xbox Live, the server was still alive.
Oh, wow.
So a few hundred people kept the server alive for several days. And those numbers eventually started dropping off dramatically within the first few days.
Sure.
Now, for the remaining days, it came down to 14 players that were in matchmaking, that were staying on throughout disconnects. Because if any of them got disconnected once, that's it. That was their last day to ever play online.
Oh shit.
If the power went out, if your router blinked or your router restarted, any one of these things happened. Right. That's it. That was the last time. Now, I was one of the people that was there April 15th, 2010, playing Halo 2 in matchmaking with some of my friends. Come midnight, I had to work the next day. We all said goodbye, for the last time. The original Xbox Live on Halo 2. Now, 14 players persisted and kept the server alive for about 26 days. They kept the server alive. There were forums. They were recording. They were. I mean, they kept the spirit of this and everything alive, man. Sure. And for 14 days, until May 11th, 2010, which was the last player, Apache Enforcer. It's N4SIR. He was the last person on May 11th to have disconnected. After the 13th person disconnected, he was the last one of the 14. Yep. He stayed on. He said he wanted to stay on for an extra 15 hours. 1 hour for each one of the 14 people that stayed on and persisted, and then 1 extra hour for everybody else. He stayed on for a total of 22 hours actually after that. By
Wow.
himself as the last remaining person in Halo Live, keeping the servers alive.
Wow.
Later on that day, he was kicked off the server and he was disconnected. And May 11th, 2010 was the last day we got to see Halo 2 live on Xbox Live. And because of this, they've been remembered as the Noble 14.
That's fun.
So it's a big deal, you know. That for 7 years when we had Xbox Live, so many friendships were made. And there were more than just, you know, it was mostly Battlefront. Were the two biggest games, Halo and Battlefront, for online matchmaking and online gameplay.
Right.
And so many people, man, so many friendships, so many bonds. I met a lot of people. I had so many friends on there too. I had my regulars and everything. And this was such a huge and large emotional event for it to go down and never be able to play it again. You know, to have lived through that and to have played through that and to have been there and seen this guy and these 14 carrying on the legend of this. You know, it was truly a remarkable thing. If you Google Noble 14, it'll pull up the story of that event. And to me, that's a huge thing. It's such a huge thing because we take so many things for granted until it's gone.
This is true.
So, in memory of the Noble 14, because it's on April 15th, like I said, we're coming close to it. We're not there yet, but I just wanted to kind of remember that and bring up that old school history of nostalgic. And yeah, man, just want to talk about that. That's my contribution to Week in Geek News, because in a way that is Week in Geek News.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, that's
coming up on the 16-year anniversary of the Noble 14.
Well, thank you for sharing that.
Yep.
I really do appreciate that, Freak. Like, I'm not an online gamer, like, at all.
I know, yeah.
So I've never built my community online.
Yeah.
I had a community, it was in person, but
yeah.
I mean, I get it, man. That's really cool. I just did a Google search of it. I'm gonna start looking at some of this stuff, and yeah, I'm interested. Thank you for sharing that.
And I told the missus about it earlier because I don't even know what brought it up, to be honest with you. We were talking about something. We were talking about Xbox, and you know, I kind of got a little emotional because I was kind of reminiscing and thinking about the old days. You know, where I had my crew, we played Call of Duty, and you know, we'd log in at the same time and play our games and whatnot. And as we get older, that group gets smaller, and that group gets smaller, and well, next thing you know, you're sitting there with your game and your controller, and you're the only one left, and it's kind of sad sometimes, you know, the way things happen like that. And it had me reminiscing and thinking about the old days and.
Sure.
You know, the people we used to hang out with and the people we used to play games with.
Yeah.
So,
well, let's give it to the Noble 14. I just got their names here. We got Deaton, Cypher Sword, Sherlock 1, H2O Shogi, Zombie Stench, Rob 2D, Hired Noobs, XX Booker DXX, a foreign object.
Bad Dragon.
My favorite one, Dirty Cajun.
Okay.
XX Mac Daddy XX, Lord Odysseus 11, Agent Windex, and would you say Apache? How do you pronounce that? Nacer?
No. Enforcer.
Enforcer.
Yeah, it's the Apache Enforcer. He was the last man standing. That stayed on for the additional 22 hours.
Huh.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Applaud to all of y'all for carrying out the dream that many of us wish we could have done.
Heck yeah, dude. That's awesome, man. All right. Let's see. Where do I want to start?
Yep, everything's you after this.
Yeah. No problem. All right. Let's get into the first thing. So this is my new obsession here.
Ooh. What's his name?
Well, Carl.
Oh yeah.
As in,
I know this one.
As in Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Yeah.
So we got some recent news for Dungeon Crawler Carl. The long gestating Dungeon Crawler Carl TV series is officially in development at Peacock with Seth MacFarlane's Fuzzy Door.
Hell yes. I just saw Dungeon Crawler Carl on Kickstarter as well.
Yep. So
that's so cool.
Cowboy Bebop and Thor Ragnarok writer Chris Yost will write and executive produce a series with Seth MacFarlane executive producing through his Fuzzy Door Studios. If you're concerned about Yost and MacFarlane keeping things real, have no fear because Dinneman is also executive producing alongside Fuzzy Door's Erica Huggins. So this is going to be fun.
Did they say who's playing Carl?
I don't think we got there yet. I think they just bought the option and they're moving forward. No, not yet, but they bought the rights. Fuzzy Door Studios, Seth MacFarlane, he bought the rights. He brought in another producer and a writer, and this is way, way early. I wouldn't expect the series probably until 2030.
Okay.
If we're being honest.
I just want to elaborate to a lot of people that are there. Dungeon Crawler Carl is what we call a lit RPG, which is a literary role-play game. And there's a lot of different versions of this in which what basically this is you have the main character who is a very real person in the real world who is either thrown into a world or somehow becomes part of an RPG game. He is still himself. However, now he has options, messages. He levels up and he has to go through things as if he was in a role-playing game, but he's actually in it himself. There's a lot of different books like this, and that's what Dungeon Crawler Carl is, and that's a lit RPG.
And I just finished the first book a few weeks ago. I like to keep stuff consistent, and the copy that I got is paperback, and I can't get the next one. I haven't found the second one on paperback yet, so I can't move forward.
Okay.
Unless I rebuy the first one in hardback first. It sucks. I hate being this way sometimes.
So I just want to say, you came over that one day, you visited, you hung out for a little bit, and as we left, you were telling me about the Dungeon Crawler Carl. And I'm not going to lie, dude, you fucking blew my mind. Because of all the people to read a lit RPG, I would never picture you somebody reading a lit RPG.
Really?
I don't know why. I don't know why. It doesn't seem like
I read.
I mean, I also don't see you as much.
I have books.
I see your bookshelf, but I don't know why. It just blew my mind that you told me you were reading that, and I was actually starting to read it too. And yeah, dude, like it's awesome. My personal favorite is He Who Fights Monsters by Shirtaloon. I think there's 11 books in the series, maybe 12 now, I'm not sure. And it's tits. It's awesome. Jason, the main character, awesome. I love it. I just want to throw it out there. I would like to see that become a show too. And I would if you ever get a chance to, that's one that I would think that you should read. I personally loved it.
Okay. I kind of get in the way where I'm gonna have to finish this first, or at least get to where they're done, before the next one comes out. But if it's anything like this first book, I'm down. I'm into it. I really enjoy it. I can't wait to see it. We talked a couple weeks ago about the action figures that they showed for Toy Fair. So I think all the stuff that's been coming out recently about Dungeon Crawler Carl, and it's just somehow it got into my algorithm, and I was like, okay, I'll pick it up. I'll read it. I wound up getting a paperback pretty cheap at Walmart or Target. So
yeah.
But I enjoyed the hell out of it, man. I really did.
Much like Bad Dragon too, that title it's a mouthful, man. Like Dungeon Crawler Carl, like it's almost a tongue twister. That would be something that would be hard to say 3 times fast.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
No, but it's great. I mean, the first, I say minutes, not pages, because I do Audible. So the first 10 minutes of the book, I was already hooked.
Nice.
That's all it took, and that's a real good read right there.
I enjoyed the hell out of it. I can't wait.
What was the cat? Princess? No. God damn it! What's the cat's name?
I just moved away from it. Fuck.
Not Donut.
Yeah, Princess Donut.
Princess Donut. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay. I'm like, wait a minute. I know I'm close around here. Princess Donut.
It's like Princess Donut, something.
And the cat's in the world too. So and the cat's getting these notifications and shit like that too. So the cat's mind is being fucking blown as well.
Princess Donut, the Queen Anne Chonk.
Queen Anne Chonk. Yeah, because she's a fat cat. And I've got a cat too that's the same.
Yeah.
Her name is Princess Boogerface McHissy Pants.
McHissy Pants.
Yes, that's her full name, but she goes by Booger.
That's fair.
Or Bug. That's when we call her. We call her Bug. But,
oh my god.
Yeah.
All right. We got some news with
Cyclops.
X-Men. X-Men director confirms hard reboot for Marvel's X-Men in the MCU.
That's so tits.
So this is from CBR, Comic Book Resources, and I'm just going to kind of read some of this just to get out the way. So the X-Men are back, but what does that mean exactly? 2 things are true here. The first is that every single Marvel fan should be thanking the cinematic gods that the original X-Men from the 20th Century Fox era is back, and the other is that they're, for the first time ever, in the MCU. Now, back to the original question, what does that mean? It means less of trying to revisit the past and more of actually wiping the slate clean for Marvel to finally, hopefully, give the X-Men the type of rightfully canonic, or at least more than 20th Century Fox ever did, blockbuster future they deserve. In other words, expect a hard reboot for the X-Men, beginning with Avengers Doomsday in 2026, as confirmed by Jake Schreier, the director of 2025's smash hit Thunderbolts, brought in to lend his talents to the first full-length X-Men film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Dude, I am so stoked about this.
And this is a quote. I would say that we are aiming to do something that feels like a fresh start and going for something that feels new, Schreier told MovieWeb. And really something that Kevin Feige has pushed for is this idea of what can we do within this world? He continued, it's such a massive world, and I've spent the year just rereading a ton of it, like the entire Claremont run, and so many different. The great work that Grant Morrison did. So he's name dropping. He's actually read some of this stuff.
Yeah, he is.
Plenty of clarity about the future of X-Men will arrive when Avengers Doomsday hits the planet like a meteor in December 2026, including who will be included that has either not been named or that has made it a note to annihilate any speculation of a possible role for them in the rebooted X-Men universe.
damn, dude. Like I have been waiting for this forever. The Marvel Cinematic Universe, which I have to say I do love it because of the Spider-Man aspect of it.
Sure.
But I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but I'm so over the Avengers.
Really?
I never liked the Avengers that much to begin with.
No, neither did I.
Now, I loved Thor. Iron Man's pretty cool. The group together as a whole, I never cared about that much. I liked the mutants.
Right. Me too. I've always been more of an X-Men guy than anything else.
Same here. And over the years, and I know I am not alone here, so many people have been waiting for this moment for us to get more X-Men. I want to see more mutants, man. I can only deal with the same characters over and over in the MCU, but I cannot wait to see some X-Men.
I don't know how many other people actually mean that though.
What do you mean?
We had New Mutants,
bruh,
and it was fucking amazing. Go back, watch New Mutants again. It's fucking amazing. So they gave us more X-Men, and everybody shed on it.
I think we want to see the original X-Men.
Why? We had that.
No.
We had it. We
had people in leather outfits with fucked up storylines. I'm the Juggernaut, bitch. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Come on. For the longest time, they were literally shitting on the fact of, what did you expect? Yellow spandex? They were literally shitting on the fact that they wouldn't a movie a series based on the X-Men wearing their traditional outfits would never work.
You mean a live action adaptation at a point in time in our culture?
I couldn't get around. I watched the X-Men movies because I just want to see what's going to happen next. I watched it because I do love the X-Men and I wanted to see what they were going to do with it. I hated the outfits. I hated the storylines. I hated how much it was all about Wolverine. And it's just, they fucked up so much. So much. And then along comes a Deadpool and proves that all the stuff that they've been shitting on for the longest time about people wearing actual outfits, looking the part, having the powers and everything like that actually works. And it's what people want to see. Everybody fucking flipped when we got Wolverine in yellow spandex. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. We got the Juggernaut we were supposed to get. Amazing. Yeah. Deadpool literally proved you can make a movie based on a comic book and not have to fucking completely change everything to make it work. Fucking leave it like it was in the comic book. People will love it. We read the comic books because we loved those green outfits and fucking yellow spandex and blue spandex. We ate that shit up. We thought it was cool.
We like the characters and we like the stories. Like
a lot of the costumes were badass.
Don't tell me you like a superhero just because of their uniform, especially an ensemble superhero team.
I'm not gonna. That's what got me into some of the key superheroes to begin with. I was like, that guy looks badass. Not all of them were badass. Like Nimrod. Nimrod looks badass. Nimrod's not that badass.
Nimrod looks like a deodorant stick.
It looks like a deodorant stick from an Atari game.
Yeah.
But anyways.
Yes.
I know that
we're gonna get our reboot, but
and it's gonna make a lot of people happy.
Oh, sure. We get another chance to see more X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
I'm down for it, man. But hopefully they're brave and they actually give us the reboot. No more Hugh Jackman. No more Patrick Stewart.
Thank you.
No more James McAvoy. No, let's just totally reboot.
Yeah.
It's well past time,
Mm-hmm.
But not that I wouldn't enjoy continuing to see these actors play these parts still, but it's time. It's time. We're in another universe.
Yeah. And that's the whole thing that can be played off too.
No.
Who cares? Hell, have the same identical people playing them. I don't give a shit. We're in a new universe. It's Marvel. You can do that. There's infinite universes, as they've proven and showed us. This is Rick and Morty here, man. There are so many universes.
Yeah. All right. Well,
it doesn't have to be canonical either. I don't care. I just want to see the X-Men we grew up with. It doesn't have to be the same storyline. I already know whatever we get, it's not going to be based on the comics. Loosely, maybe. But
I don't know.
I just want to see the X-Men we grew up with. That's all.
Gotcha, man. I gotcha. We'll see. Let's see what happens with Doomsday. Let's see what happens to our precious X-Men in this Marvel universe where the first mutant was Kamala Khan.
Okay.
Ms. Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We'll see. All right. On to some more news.
I think it was pronounced Marvel, by the way.
No, Ms. Marvel, Kamala Khan.
Oh, okay.
They did a whole TV show on her.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right.
This is Cameron Diaz.
Okay.
Cameron Diaz is going to be 37 years later, 80s comedy cult classic gets a sequel with Cameron Diaz as the lead. Now, I'm going to give you 5 opportunities to tell me what that cult comedy classic is that Cameron Diaz is going to be leading.
Scream?
Nope.
I have no idea. That's it. That's the only guess I have.
Okay, you're not going to get it. It's all right.
Nope.
She's going to be doing a sequel to Troop Beverly Hills.
I don't think I've ever heard of that movie. I would have never in a million fucking years guessed this. Troop Beverly Hills?
Released in 1989, Troop Beverly Hills was directed by Jeff Canoe. It starred Shelley Long, Craig T. Nelson, Betty Thomas, and Mary Gross, with other familiar names. The movie tells the story of Phyllis Nuffler, a Beverly Hills housewife, Shelley Long, who decides to become the leader of her troop of wilderness girls in order to maintain a relationship with her daughter during a divorce. Under Phyllis's guidance, the troop must prove their wilderness skills at the annual jamboree to avoid being dissolved.
And that's a horror movie?
No, it's just a cult classic comedy.
Oh, see, I thought you were saying cult horror comedy.
No,
that's why I was like, I still never would have guessed this. I've never heard of this.
Okay, so I am a little bit older than you, and this is the kind of shit that would just be on either in my sister's room or in the living room. So Cameron Diaz, following her retirement from acting and eventual return to the screen, Cameron Diaz, motherfucking ads.
Cameron Diaz, motherfucking ads.
Has landed her next big role. She'll be one of the stars of the new sequel to the 80s comedy classic, nearly 4 decades after the original movie's release. Per Deadline, Diaz is officially signed on to star in the sequel to True Beverly Hills for TriStar Pictures. Screenwriter Clea Duvall, who recently wrote Happiest Season, is also on board to direct the sequel. Diaz is producing alongside Lawrence Mark, The Greatest Showman, and Catherine Power, Diaz's co-founder for the organic wine brand Avaline. No other cast members have been announced yet. But yeah, I don't know. This is a movie I remember from being a kid. It made me laugh. Shelley Long's hilarious, and it was weird seeing Coach from Coach, Craig T. Nelson.
Tori Spelling.
What about her?
She was in it.
Was she in it?
Yep.
Yes, she was. I remember
Tori
her now.
Spelling. I'm just going through to see if I remember any of these people.
Right.
What does that name look? What does she look? Okay, where do I know Carla Cugino?
Hold on. Now you're gonna make me do this.
Spy Kids, Night at the Museum, and oh, she was the chick from Son-in-Law. Okay, she was in Sin City. Okay, that's where I saw her recently. Was Fall of the House of Usher. TV show came out 2 years ago.
What was her name? Carla.
Carla Gugino.
Oh,
yeah. I don't know the name, but I know the face.
Where do I know her from? Bunch of stuff.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Never heard of this movie ever.
Well, do yourself a favor if you're feeling like nostalgic 80s, just something. It's candy. It's just a candy movie. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's no calories, no nothing. It's just, it's nothing substantial. Just a fun family movie. And very, 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 very 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I know. That's it. She was in Mr. Popper's Penguins. Anyway.
Okay.
And and finally, this one
what you
I
got
actually
for me?
have a few images for this one.
Ooh.
I know you really don't know about Mask. It's come up a little bit in our previous discussions that we had when I tell you about Skybound's
Mm-hmm. We were talking about their toys.
Well, yeah, the toys, but then
yeah.
Well, anyway, Energon Universe gives us a better look at Mask's return ahead of a 2026 crossover event. Now, you've heard me talk about the Energon Universe and from Skybound. That's the new Transformers.
Yeah.
G.I. Joe and Void Rivals that kind of brought those two universes together.
Yes.
Mask is also a Hasbro toy line from back in the 80s. They were previously in the books when they were kind of all joined together in, I want to say Image Comics. But now under Skybound, their Mask is coming back. And they gave us a first look. And this is what actually brought up the fact that Free Comic Book Day is soon.
Yeah.
They're going to be doing a free comic book day of the Energon Universe #1. And we actually get to see what Mask looks like in the new universe.
Oh, that's pretty cool. There's the car.
Yep. Everybody remembers the Camaro, the main guy. I don't remember the names, but I remember the toys. Let's see what else we have here. We also have some variant covers.
Ooh. Wait, variant covers of the free comic?
I think so.
That's going to be cool.
So, Energon Universe 2026 special #1. This may be an interior, but I don't think so, because this is also a cover.
That looks like that's the front cover and the back cover. Heyo, what's up, girl?
So, per AIPT Comics, Skybound Entertainment has officially unveiled the full slate of covers for the upcoming Energon Universe 2026 special one-shot. Set to be released on May 6th, the Energon Universe 2026 special will feature stories from all three of the Energon Universe's pre-existing headline titles, as well as one dedicated to the incoming Mask franchise. This is going to be written by Robert Kirkman, Dan Watters, and Joshua Williamson, with art by Jason Howard, Tom Riley, Connor Hughes, and Simon Parr. The main cover is by Simon Parr, and the variant covers are by Howard Porter, Romfulo Fajardo, Jason Howard, Connor Hughes, and Cedric Poulat. Basically, this is what I've heard about that's kind of happened before in the whole Transformers G.I. Joe crossover stuff that happened before. Now it's officially happening again in this universe, and I absolutely do love these comics. I'm still surprised I haven't gone back and really fallen down the rabbit hole of watching the cartoons. But these are a lot of fun.
That's too cool.
I just wanted to share that. And if previously, if I remember correctly, what these cars are, the mask cars, they kind of transport into like attack or like battle vehicles. Those cars are the corpses of Autobots or Decepticons.
Or GoBots.
Or
GoBots. Or they could be GoBots in like deep cover.
Could be. Could be. We'll have to see. We'll have to wait and see after Free Comic Book Day and check out the first copy of Energon Universe.
I can't hear the word GoBot either without thinking of Clerks. Clerks 2. And shut up, GoBot.
But that is, dear sir, all the news I have for this week in Geek.
In Geek. Kill did. Kill.
I'm not going to play it.
Tubular.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. Well, Freak, is there anything else you wanted to talk about the end of this week?
Don't do crack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
Yep.
Well, it's been another week, another wave of chaos in the world of geek culture. New trailers, big announcements, and questionable decisions, and just enough hype to keep us coming back for more. Because that's what this is, right? A never-ending cycle of stories, characters, and worlds that somehow keep pulling us in, whether they get it right or completely miss the mark. But that's why we're here, to break it down, call it out, and celebrate the things that actually deserve it. Because at the end of the day, this isn't just news, it's what we love. So whether this week was a win, a loss, or straight up confusing, you already know we'll be back to talk about it. Same time, same place, more chaos. So, game over. Maybe, just maybe. Press start to continue. Bye.
The end.